If you were to take a short nature walk at the 6.5 Station Sanctuary near Goshen, New York, opposite the Heritage Trail, this is a sanctuary of the Orange County Audubon Society, you could, in addition to seeing birds and insects and other wildlife, see a diversity of wildflowers, perhaps 24 wildflowers blooming at the time of your visit in early July. Even from the parking lot, you would be likely to be greeted by a number of flowers, such as the bright yellow bird's-foot trefoil growing close to the ground, the cow or tufted vetch, which has purple flowers only growing on one side of the terminal cluster, the small heel-all plants, or also known as self-heal, which used to be used, according to folklore, to heal a number of ailments or even to cure romantic interests. And daisy fleabane. Fleabanes and bugbanes were rumored to be able to repel insects and fleas if they were included in mattresses. If you were to walk the spur trail that goes down to the water to the right, you would be likely to see Japanese honeysuckle in bloom and providing an aromatic smell along the trail, and swamp rose here and throughout the sanctuary with its bright pink flowers. Walking the main trail introduces you to a field habitat with many flowers which prefer these open spaces, such as creeping or Canada thistle, which can grow to more than 3 feet tall and often spreads through underground stems, butter and eggs with its distinctive yellow and orange flowers, yarrow, a common plant whose leaves were used in the past for a number of medicinal teas, spotted knapweed, white beard tongue, the small but tall flowers of Deptford pink, bright pink flowers with tiny spots within, both the native red clover, which is pollinated by bumblebees, and the introduced white clover, pollinated by honeybees. And more likely, as you approach the viewing platform, one can see perhaps 3 members of the mint family, which can be recognized by their square stems, their opposite leaves, and their aromatic smell. This would include wild basil, catnip, which apparently has an odor which cats find agreeable, and tall plants known as motherwort. In addition, one might find dame's violet, which typically blooms earlier in the spring, and white avens. Not all flowers are showy. So for example, most of the trees in the area are flowering plants, as are the grasses, as is this cattail. Some of the flowers are going to bloom more typically throughout summer, but in early July one might be seeing the first Queen Anne's lace, mullein, and pokeweed. Other flowers would have just finished their bloom, although one might catch some of the last red osier dogwood or blackberry flowers, although you're more likely to begin to see the blackberries at this time in July. Of course, flowers are also a great place to observe wildlife, including pollinators of these flowers, and then insects and spiders, which are predators attempting to prey on the pollinators of the flowers. If you would like to observe longer versions of these videos of the flowers that you might see while hiking this trail in early July, please feel free to visit this playlist at the YouTube channel Dr. Jan 41, DRJAHN 41.